Well, hello there, beautiful. And no offense to you right now, viewer, but I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Dark Souls 2, this networked beta test that I played recently. And first off, I'd like to basically reassure everyone that if they thought that Dark Souls was being casualised in any way, made a lot easier so that all the plebs could get into it, that's not the case. Not the case at all, as you'll see here. See? The game is so hard that it's nearly impossible to get past the goddamn title screen. However, I was eventually able to get into the Character Select screen. As you can see, you can pick a soldier, a warrior, a sorcerer, a temple knight, a dual swordsman or a hunter. And like Dark Souls, it's probably not going to matter a great deal because you can pick up all these armours and you can basically evolve your character in any way that you like. I'm going to name my character here, so I think I'll call him Pleb. I think Pleb will be a good name for the guy. So pin back your ear holes and open up your eyeballs and we'll go on a short little journey together, you and I. You, I and Pleb. So the beta starts here in this place known as the Huntsman's Copse. Pretty soon afterwards it's going to be renamed the Huntsman's Copse because I'm going to kill the bastard for leaving me in such a dingy place. Now, if you've got a pair of eagle eyes on you, you'll notice that there's the option to toggle the menu here, because bonfires can now be used to light a torch to allow you to help see your way in the darkness. As before, they're obviously good for setting checkpoints and levelling up your character. But one of the weird things here is that they've decided to get rid of the text descriptions from Dark Souls 1 and return to the really cryptic, icon-based levelling up menu of Demon Souls. I mean, check it out. Level 27. Apparently my guy's head is at level 27. Now thankfully, you can actually just stab the select button and it'll come up with this help menu to let you figure out what everything means. But I'd have preferred if it was just a little bit more plain and straightforward, because I've got no idea what most of these actually mean, just by looking at them. But anyway, let's forget about this for a moment and not get bogged down in the particulars. Let's go for a friendly little stroll through the neighbourhood. Look, it's an old crone. Trying to sell you shit.
Oh, come now, help an old woman and buy something.
Well, it's nice to know that the inhabitants of Dark Souls 2 have kept their sense of humour. I also cut this short because I spent far too long looking for something to buy and ended up buying a single wooden arrow. Now I've got a little confession to make here. This isn't the first time that I've played Dark Souls 2. There was a previous beta which I recorded 2.5 hours of footage for, and then it was actually impossible to render it. So what I've decided to do here is break it down into more manageable 10-minute chunks and upload them individually so that my PC doesn't crap out and die when I try to get everything rendered. Now you'll have seen me rolling around a moment ago trying to determine how mobile my character was, and it turned out not enough for my tastes. And it also turns out that my character is female, quite a foxy looking one at that. But the thing is, anyone that plays Dark Souls knows that mobility is the most important part of the game. Or at least one of the most important parts. And that if you're rolling around slowly, chances are you're going to get clipped, and chances are you're going to die brutally very, very quickly. Now you'll have noticed I got the torch guttered out because I tried to swap my shield for a moment. And I'm not sure how deeply this is going to impact the main game. It may just be part of this network test. They've decided to drop you into a dark area for feedback on the mechanic. But just like the Tomb of the Giants, I'm not a big fan of not being able to see where the hell I'm going. We'll see how it shakes out in the final version of the game, but for now I'm kinda wary about all this darkness. Another slight irritation is the fact that anyone in this game that's got a bow and arrow is incredibly difficult to spot And more importantly, those arrows home in on you with just ungodly accuracy. I'm trying to get out of the way of those arrows behind me, and I'm treating this guy with absolutely no respect. And in classic Dark Souls fashion, if you just try and hammer your button presses, they're probably going to kill you for your misdeeds. As before, the calm, measured and tactical approach is definitely preferred over trying to just run in and kill everything in your path. I'm not sure how well it shows through in a YouTube video, especially since I haven't rendered it yet and my rendering settings aren't perfect. But I would definitely recommend that if you've got the choice between the 360, PS3 and PC versions of the game, assuming that the 360 and PS3 versions are going to be quite close, go for the PC version. The performance in this game isn't that great at this point. I've been assured by developer friends that the frame rate is usually the last thing to be locked down when you're developing a game, but at this point there are sections of the game that it gets in the way. You know, it doesn't feel quite as smooth and as responsive as it should at all times. You'll also notice that I just got invaded. It's my first time being invaded, and I deal with it with an absolute lack of class. And there the guy is, He's got a big glowing sword, and I'm going to go in and get stabbed by the big glowing sword. Just basically trying to see what the hell this guy is capable of, and I've got no idea. He's shooting things in there for no reason, and then I rush him like an idiot, and it's probably the scrappiest invasion I've ever been involved in. And for some reason I stopped short attacking with the last blow to kill him off, like an idiot. And I'm sure you're highly impressed with the deftness and just complete masterclass of skill that I dispatched that guy with. In your face, tree! How do you like that, you wee prick? Never seen that coming, did it? Here you can see the new animation for backstab. Apparently you're vulnerable when you're actually activating it, but I've had no problems throughout the length of the beta that I've been playing, so I've played maybe about 3.5 hours, and if I've taken any damage while backstabbing it, it's been absolutely minor. Also, these life gems are a new addition to the game. They seem to work very much in the same way as the healing grass from Dark Souls. Sorry, Demon Souls. That was me being thick. Even though I had my shield up, that guy still managed to crack me in the skull, so I'm wondering if he flanked me slightly from the right hand side there. He's a pretty agile dude if that's the case. As you can see, I also just picked up a Zweihander, which is a decent weapon in Dark Souls. And in this one it actually seems to be, if anything, I don't know if I would say it's better, but it seems to be more my style. It's a little bit faster than it was before, and yeah, it's my preferred weapon in this beta that I've found. It's nice that you can still just tuck it into your pocket while you're healing yourself. But you can see in the distance there that we've got a new enemy type here. As you can see from his cheerful demeanour, he's a pretty big guy. And although he doesn't actually manage to hit me here, if he hits you while you're blocking, there's a pretty good chance that he'll drain all your stamina, and then, if not kill you outright, at least do a shitload of damage on the backswing. On the plus side, he is incredibly slow, quite easy to get around and backstab. So that's basically it for part 1 of this quick look at the Dark Souls 2 beta test. Thanks for watching this far, and you'll maybe even get to see a boss being taken care of next time.